excited. Well, I'm almost always excited when I bake, but I'm excited today because I have to get rid of stuff and I'm making something I've never made before. I am making apple muffins and I have lots of apples to get rid of, and I have lots of ingredients I'm mixing today. So yay! So this recipe is from Where Is My Spoon? This recipe has apples, about 2 cups, and then a couple of slices. Then we have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 4 teaspoons of cinnamon divided, 2 cups and 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Then we have 3 teaspoons of baking powder, which is basically a tablespoon. Then we have 3/4 cup of brown sugar, a pinch of salt, 2 eggs, ½ cup of vegetable oil, 2/3 cup of full-fat milk, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, most of that is not going to be what is on that list, but I'm going to give you a breakdown so then you can decide to make it on your own. So a couple things are going to definitely have to change for this recipe because I'm not using eggs, and I'm not using regular flour, and I'm not using regular sugar. So we'll just start. So in this here I have white whole wheat flour. This is probably the closest we're going to get to what's actually on the list there. And this also has 3 teaspoons or tablespoon of baking powder. Then it has about 2 teaspoons worth of the cinnamon, and it has the pinch of salt already in here. So that's out of the way. Then I have here, which is already pretty much oxidized because I didn't put the lemon quick enough in there. But this is about 2 cups of, I did grated instead of diced apples because I just wanted to get more in there. And then I have my slices here. I probably have too many, so I'm just gonna probably cut them up and throw them back in there because I don't know. I guess I have about 2 cups, but I don't know if it's close enough. We'll see. First, let's start with the wet ingredients because I already have all my dry together. Instead of doing the eggs, I'm doing a full banana because, well, I don't want to use eggs, and I have, again, bananas that are ready to go that were overripe anyway. And you can use another replacement for your eggs. You can use the baking soda and apple cider vinegar because you want to keep that apple flavor. You can use egg replacements that are specifically sold as such. It's entirely up to you. You can even use flaxseed oil or flax seeds soaked in water. I'm just going to use the banana because I need to get rid of it, and it adds extra sweetness. Then I'm going to put about a ½ cup of oil, but for me it's not just going to be oil. I'm adding extra protein in this. But yeah, we're going to add nut butter instead because this nut butter is older, and again, I need to get rid of it. Yeah, it's probably about ½ cup. So we're going to mix that together. And I also already put the ½ teaspoon of vanilla extract in here, just because, again, that saves me time. And it kind of soaks into the banana. I like that. And now you do have to be careful because the protein as compared to fat ratio. When you have higher fat in something, you can usually cook it at a higher temp and it doesn't burn. But because I cut fat here, I'm going to add fat somewhere else. So I have my 2/3 cup of the milk, but I didn't just use full fat milk. I actually squeezed the apples out and used the apple juice as some of the liquid, and then use heavy cream for the rest of the liquid. So I can still get the fat I want, and I ended up using a lot more fat than I did of the juice. I mean, a lot more cream than I did of the juice. So that'll give me some of the fat that I'm missing from the nut butter as compared to regular oil. As well as replacing the eggs with bananas, I also get the fat to fill in there as well. Okay, so I'm now going to add the dry ingredients very slowly. It says about a tablespoon at a time, but who has time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm just gonna do it slowly but surely. And this is probably gonna be a pretty thick batter for muffins. So don't be worried if it seems a little crazy. Okay, and so I've added probably about 1/3, and then I realized I forgot the sugar! So I'm adding honey instead, obviously, because that's what I have on hand. You can definitely use regular sugar, or you can use an agave nectar. That's probably better in terms of flavor, but I'm already messing with this recipe anyway, and this is pretty much whatever I have in the house. So you want about 3/4 cup. Let's mix that together. Okay, just keep mixing. This is a very tough batter. Maybe this could be cookies instead. Okay, so let's put in the apples. The grated. Dumpy dumpy. Spoonula. Okay, that looks like it is very mixed and ready to go. So now we are gonna put these into muffin tins. And I even have muffin liners. But I'm gonna spray them anyway, just because I'm afraid that if I don't spray the muffin liners, then they'll all stick to the liners and I'll lose numsies. And I don't wanna lose numsies. So, spray. Okay, now we put together. So we're just gonna spoon it in. Now we put an apple slice on top, which is why we got them all ready. And we put a little cinnamon sugar. So add a little tart and a little bit of sweet. Now the cinnamon sugar is literally just 2 tablespoons of sugar with about 2 to 3 tablespoons of cinnamon mixed with it. Pour. Ah, I think I'm overdoing it. Oh well. So I ended up with about, the recipe said I was gonna end up with about a dozen. I ended up with about a dozen and a half. So we're going to throw these in an oven that is about 350 for about 25 minutes. And then we'll check out their caramelly goodness. Okay, we are done. I let them cook for approximately about 25-30 minutes, depending on what they look like when I stuck a toothpick in. And then I let them cool down for about 2 to 5 minutes. So about a half an hour. So let's check them out. They didn't really caramelize a lot, as much as I liked it if they would have. I wish I would have taken a torch to them. Torches take work though, and I need to find one. Okay, so let's try one out. I'm gonna try the one where the apple slice was starting to fall off, because then it won't stay otherwise. But I'm glad I did what I did, because not all of it's sticking. It's actually coming off pretty well. Okay, let's try this out. Not bad at all. I think it would have been better as a cookie, because I could have made more of them and eaten more of them and given away more of them. But overall, not bad at all. Because of the banana, it doesn't really have that cake consistency. It comes out more like, I don't know. You can check it out. This is what it looks like when I'm stuffing my face. So, a little more dense than, other cakes. But it's like a breakfast cupcake, so we're fine, right? Good taste, pretty light in flavor, even with the cinnamon sugar on it. So, I think this is a success. If you want it sweeter, you can always add more honey, or you can do the brown sugar. But you could even cut out the brown sugar, because when I was checking the website, a lot of people said that you could cut it down, and even the maker said that you could cut it down. So yeah, but try it out. Great way to get rid of apples, unless you make apple butter like me, but that takes work. So yeah, I'll see you next time.